Hello everybody and welcome back to The Lost Planeswalker. You're here with me, Jesse, The Lost Planeswalker. We have a few cards released with the new keyword called Toxic. Toxic is similar to the keyword Infect in the way that if you deal combat damage to an opponent, that player gets poison counters. Let's take a look at some of the spoiled cards to see if Toxic lives up to Infect. Like I mentioned earlier, Infect was a keyword all the way back from Scars of Mirrodin and hasn't been seen printed again for many years. Infect places infect counters on a player when combat damage is dealt, equal to the creature's power. Instead of taking damage, an infect counter is placed on instead. Also, creatures damaged by infect get -1/-1 counters on them instead of taking damage. This is very powerful and gets around creatures with indestructible. If 10 or more infect counters are placed onto a player, then that player instantly loses the game. With the new Phyrexia All Will Be One, we have Toxic that takes a more balanced approach to infect. Toxic reads, players dealt combat damage by this creature also get a poison counter. First off, whenever a creature deals combat damage, you still take the damage, and the infect counter is placed on by Toxic. This seems like not a big deal, but if you're still vulnerable to dying if your life total is low. These creatures also don't place -1/-1 counters on opposing creatures, making this ability worse. Two of the potential cards from the set that will take advantage of Toxic are Necrogen Rot Priest and Krumnix the Rat King. Necrogen Rot Priest has you place an additional poison counter when a creature with Toxic deals combat damage, which works really well with Krumnix the Rat King. Krumnix not only gives all rats and itself Toxic, but whenever you cast him, you look the top 5 cards and place any number of rats revealed this way into your hand. Both of these cards look like they will be very powerful. Looking at this information, I still think Infect is a more powerful ability, but I do think we will see more cards like Necrogen Rot Priest that will have an ability based on creatures that have Toxic, and these abilities I believe are going to be more synergistic and more powerful to play with. How do you feel though? Do you think I'm right or wrong? Please leave your opinion in the comments below. If you enjoyed this video and want to see more like it, please consider subscribing to my channel to get updates on all the content I make. Please also leave a like to help support me. And as always, I'll see you later, Planeswalkers.